Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and thank you for watching. We're going to be doing another video here on Eddie's BC Rich Warlock from Stranger Things. Now, I think they lied to us a little bit. I think the Signature Edition lied to us. I think BC Rich lied to us. Maybe even Stranger Things lied to us, because everything they're selling signature-wise is a hardtail guitar. And I don't believe that the specs are completely accurate for what he was playing, because one, you know, this is a kid that's on the run. Without spoiling anything, he doesn't have a lot of money for an expensive guitar. So he probably has something on the cheaper side, not the $1,000 plus side. It's the chance of him having like a USA made one of these were made in Mexico back in the day, a lot of them. They weren't very expensive. I used to be able to pick up one of these guitars for $100. And now you're lucky if you can find one under $400. That was like 10 years ago. I was looking at these things when I, first started picking up and playing guitar. Well, actually over 10 years ago now, I should say at this point. And nobody wanted these things. And now a lot of people want them. Price has gone up. And I thought it would be interesting to try to do a comparison between the actor actually playing the guitar, which is him over here, actually getting a clip from the Netflix series, getting close-ups, and just kind of looking at the different models of the BC Rich Warlock and what I think they actually used for the show to play. Now, obviously, in the 80s, you're going to want a guitar with a Floyd Rose or a Kahler tremolo. In this case, everything shows that, it's a Kahler. So if you look at the nut, black locking nut up top, right here. There's no question about it. This is 100% black. There is no other color besides the white in the logo of the Warlock. Now, if we go over to him playing the guitar when he's practicing Master of Puppets, look at that. That is a white guitar nut. So, at the very least, because I know most of these, if you go over here, this is a Bronze Series. Look at that. White guitar nut. Now, yes, they could have replaced the nut on the original guitar, but Eddie's tremolo was not locking. 100% right here, there is no locking nut. And even if we go to the actual series here, let's see if I can find a close-up here. Oop, passed it. It's going to be really hard to actually capture a shot in this, so you'll just have to bear with me. Let's skip through some scenes here. I think I might have a close-up image where someone lightened it, but I want to see if I can actually pull it out of the actual clip itself. Oh, here we are. Oh yeah, right here. Nice and close up. Yes, this is blurry. 100% this is blurry. But that is definitely a white guitar nut, not a black one. So, yeah, definitely not a locking nut. I'm thinking that this is probably a hardtail. Now, if we go to some close-up scenes, which it's not unheard of for them to use, different looking guitars in the close-up scenes, but I'm talking about what he's actually playing in the show. So here's a close-up, and that is definitely the signature model. Now this looks a little different. To my knowledge, it doesn't have this kind of like textured to it, because most likely the props department got a hold of this and did their thing. This definitely does not have aftermarket pickups. If we go to right here, BC Rich, I think they put Seymour Duncans in this thing. Let me see here. What? Or was it DiMarzio? Sorry, it was DiMarzio. Black bobbin. And if we go to the close-up image, there is definitely not a DiMarzio sticker anywhere on there. So these are probably stock pickups. Now, yes, that is 100% a Kahler. This is a textured finish. I'm thinking they started with something like this. A Bronze Series guitar. They just blacked out some of it. And as you can see, look at the frets. Look at the frets. So 1, 2, 3. There's no 24th fret marker, which is the case for this guitar that he's playing right here. As you can see, no dots down below. And as you can see for this bronze series as well, also no dots on the 24th fret. And yes, there are 24 frets on this guitar. A few models of the Warlock just didn't have them. So the next thing you can see is this is probably replicating an 80s model. So this is like a 1980s, to my knowledge, BC Rich guitar. Look, also, this is white, not black, but there is a Kahler on there, and if you look at the dots on the fretboard, definitely no dots on the bottom. So it's definitely made to look like a guitar with a tremolo. Now, if you go to another close-up shot here of him actually jamming out, somebody lighten up the image, it's really hard to tell for me, even if I zoom in on this. Let's see if I can actually get the image and try to zoom in. Not so much, I guess. I cannot tell if this is an actual Kahler on here, or if this is just a, stop bar, if you will. Either a stop bar or like a Les Paul kind of Nashville-style bridge, then it goes string through the body, because that's not unheard of for Warmoth to do as well. But even if this thing does have a Kahler on it, which I'm almost positive it doesn't, we need a close-up. We need a close-up of the actual prop he used in the show, because my guess is the actual prop they used in the show is something along these lines. It is a Bronze Series BC Rich. Most of these were made in the 90s. Because what are you going to do? You think they're going to go spend $1,000 on an actual early 80s BC Rich Warlock? And yes, they are sought after, and yes, they do go for around $1,000. It's not unheard of to see one sell for $1,000. Now more simply because of the show. So I don't think the prop department went out and started spending $1,000 on guitars. They might have a couple of different ones, but my guess is they got the collaboration with BC Rich so that way they could get the signature model out. For the close-up shots, he got the signature model, most likely. This might be the actual signature model, or this might be the actual prop. I think this is actually probably the prop, because if you look in the mirror, the neck plate is actually painted over as well. That crackle, definitely a bolt-on neck. They probably just painted the neck black. You can see definitely a black neck here. But let's go to where he's actually playing the guitar. The thing is, in this video, it is nearly impossible to see the bridge of this guitar. Actually, there is a part 2. Now, you can see this definitely looks like kind of a, I guess you could say, Eddie Van Halen-inspired finish. Back in the, I think it was like mid-70s, it was when Eddie Van Halen started coming out doing the Frankenstrat thing. So it wasn't unheard of for individual players to customize their guitar. But, I mean, no matter where you look, it looks like a black guitar. The 24 frets out there, yes, the neck's painted black, but yet again, up top, no locking nut. Now, let's see. This is the first time I'm seeing part 2. This video is actually better quality. So, let's see if we can go back a little bit to the beginning. Yeah, no locking nut up top. This might be a string dampener. Basically, what those do, it's like a little piece, kind of like a wire tie, similar to that, and it just dampens the strings. But there's definitely not a locking nut on this guitar. This is a white nut, no locking. Now I'm hoping we actually get to see a better angle here. I'm gonna just keep clicking through the video. He's playing a Boss Katana, in case you're wondering the amp that he's playing this through, and he's just practicing. This isn't him. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. I think we caught it. Gotta be close. Gotta be close. It's really hard to see. Let's see. That does look... it's still extremely hard to tell. Why can't we just get a close-up of this thing? Let's be honest. I think that's a Kahler. Might be a Kahler. Honestly, can't tell. Can't tell. This might just be a straight piece. Where I'm seeing the saddles could just be chromed, and they painted the whole thing black. Then obviously the strings would eventually wear off the paint. But I'm hoping we see something, because he definitely doesn't use a tremolo in the show, so it seems like it would be completely unnecessary to put it on the guitar. Let's just keep going here. I'm hoping we get a close-up shot of that bridge. And we're probably not going to get it. Oh, let's see. Let's go back, rewind there. Yeah, I mean, it's just the problem is it's in the bottom corner and it's dark. So, I think this is a hardtail. I think that there was never a tremolo on this guitar to begin with. I'm almost positive. Yeah, there it is again, kind of straight across. I'm almost positive that, oh, maybe he swings it out at the last second here when he's done. Let's go back. PVT15 in the background. That's kind of neat. You don't see those. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, it's freaking crappy lighting. I just can't tell. What do you, I want to know what your thoughts are, because I think I'm dragging this video out a little bit too long at this point. Maybe I'm looking too deep into this right now. But the more I look into it, the more I think that he's practicing and playing on basically this, a customized prop, BC Rich Warlock Bronze Series, a cheaper model, and then once they finally released the actual signature model, they brought that in for the close-up shots. That's my personal opinion. What are your thoughts on this deep dive into Stranger Things Eddie's BC Rich Warlock? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. While you're down there, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, leave a like too. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.